I think it would be remiss of me not to throw to our next guest and next audience member, Callum. We know each other actually from working up on site. I think it was, 5 years ago or something that we met each other as wellness advisors working in mining. And both of our journey has kind of, it's not like that. It's like that and all over the place. And it comes with a lot of realizations and a lot of growth as human beings. And we've had a conversation recently around, being in the world as a man, being in the world as a woman, being in the world as, trying to show up in a job that you've got, in trying to show up in relationships, and how hard that can be when you're a human, but also being in mining and FIFO. I'd love for you to speak into, not a massive amount of time, but speak into that for me, Callum, on how that resonates with you and what you're doing now with the work with men to help them kind of ground themselves back into who they are.
Yeah, thank you. It's an honour to be here. What a ride. I guess the passion that I've got to help other men has been birthed from me not having a father growing up and figuring out what masculinity is, how to be a man in a world that's telling me who to be, what a man is. It's quite distorted and confusing. And working in the mining culture, there's this sort of element of you just fly to work, head down, bum up, you just get on with it, living the dream, and it can be quite depressive. And as a health and wellness coach advocating for holistic health, I think vulnerability is a real key to change and taking that first step, reaching out to a friend. And I look back on my journey, and the most pivotal moments for me, the most shifting moments has been when I've reached out to someone, Jake being one of those actually, when we did a bit of work together, and breaking through that resistance, because I think there's a bit of stigma around we need to stop telling men to be vulnerable, or it's weak to show emotions, it's weak to speak. And I think that it's about breaking that stigma, especially in the mining culture as well, where men don't really speak about their problems or their feelings, just keep it all in, toughen up, get on with it. You're providing for your family. But it can be depressive. Again, it's very isolating. And the opposite to isolation is connection. And my duty here is to bring men together and break through that resistance to not be the lone wolf and to not isolate and lean in. And that it takes courage to ask for help and to admit, the first step of the 12-step recovery program in AA is to acknowledge and admit that I need some help. And that, to me anyway, is brave and courageous. And I think that's what we need more of in society is men that can be radically self-honest and connect with other men as well, that we can remove the masks, the armour, drop the shields, and that's ultimately how we bridge to connection and healing and health.
When you're working in these environments and you show up as who you are, like we were speaking with JP and a lot of people who've shared and probably are going to share around being that person to other people, how challenging, I suppose, do you find it? It is a really challenging environment to be in sometimes because you have that isolation, you're away from friends and family, you don't necessarily show up as the person that you want to be. How do you ground yourself? I know that I had techniques when I was up there. I think I meditated 3 times a day just to bring myself back to being myself. What is just, something short that you do to keep yourself kind of going when you're up at work and also when you're coming back?
Moving my body, 100%. Moving my body. I've built a community of men called the Human Allegiance on the premise that it's all about moving the body. And, by moving the body, we're also shifting our mental state as well. So for me, when I take myself out for a run, I get so much clarity and stress just dissolves in an instant. So yeah, that would be, for me, that's helped me the most is exercise and moving my body. Whatever that is, push-ups, running, lifting weights, just got to move and shift the energy.
You spoke so well there, Callum, about the importance of connection And somebody that kind of springs to mind, and who I've randomly invited here today, is we've got Erin Bell from CoConnect.